Tea and wine are similar in many different ways. In this episode, we're going to compare the ways in which tea is similar to wine when it comes to the cultivation, processing, and consumption of each drink. Just like wine is broken down into different varietals, tea is broken down into different cultivars. The cultivar used to make a particular tea should be prominently featured, as it tells you a lot about the taste of the tea and in some cases where it's best grown. There are hundreds of different tea cultivars in the world and a few dozen registered in Japan alone. The most common in Japan is Yabukita, a tougher cultivar that can survive the relatively cold winters of central Japan. In southern Japan, the mild winters allow for more delicate cultivars to be grown. The Saimidori and Asatsuyu cultivars give the tea a sweeter flavor, and the Okumidori can be used to round out a tea and give it a smoother taste. The rare Goko cultivar can give the tea a powerful savory note, so it's used in premium matcha or powdered tea. This brings us to our next similarity, terroir. The climate and landscape of a particular region has a great influence in the teas that are grown there. Just like with wine, the tea plant draws a lot from the soil. A more rocky soil, like the soil on this mountain tea farm in Shizuoka, can impart more minerals into the tea itself. This is noticeable in the taste, as you can feel the minerality of the tea as it interacts with your palate. If you want to experience this taste profile, a good example is the Sencha Isagawa and Kukicha Osada. These two teas are produced by the Osada family, and they're grown up in the mountains here in Shizuoka. The soil is rocky and mineral rich, and you can really feel it in the taste of the tea. The terroir isn't the only similarity between tea and wine cultivation. There is also trimming that needs to be done. The trimming is done throughout the year, but particularly in the fall. The top layer of the leaves need to be trimmed so that the light can penetrate to the lower parts of the plant. This will allow next year's harvest to have enough sunlight to produce young, healthy buds. When you visit the tea fields in the fall, you can see older leaves on top of the plant that are often cut. A fourth similarity between tea and wine is that tea can be aged. In most cases, a green tea will decline in flavor as it's aged, but according to Mr. Sakamoto, a gyokuro tea can actually improve its flavor as it's aged. He believes that the peak taste happens around 2 years after the tea is produced, when the flavors have had a chance to mellow out a bit. The flavor of gyokuro is normally strong, but the aged tea is much smoother, with less of the sharp umami flavor. Most green teas are best consumed within 2 years of being produced, but certain teas like white tea and pu'er tea can be aged to improve their taste. The fifth and final reason that tea and wine are similar is that their quality is judged in similar ways. Both a fine wine and a high quality tea will have a complex flavor profile that lingers on the palate for a long time. The tea is judged by how long the flavor persists and also how many layers there are to the taste. A low quality tea will be described as having a flat flavor, which means it's really one-dimensional. There is only one taste to the tea, and more often than not, that taste is not a good one. A high quality tea will have layers of flavors, beginning with a light sweetness, then transitioning into a powerful savory note, which evolves into a vegetal taste profile and later finishes off with a mouth-watering astringency. With so much variety in the world of tea, you can get a different layered experience every time. If you're interested in trying high-quality teas from all over Japan and comparing them to one another, we recommend you sign up for the monthly tea club. Not only will you get great deals on our best teas, you'll also receive a free clay teapot to help prepare them. This is the perfect way to start off your journey into the world of Japanese green tea. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions about green tea, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until then, we'll see you next time.